Hello and welcome into the Sorare Data Show. I am Andrew Laird. You can find me as Lairdinho on Sorare, joined once again by Harry Trades for another episode of What Would You Do? Harry, I haven't looked at any of the questions. Have you looked?
No, I saw Mark might have sent us something on Twitter, but I had the notification on my watch, and I don't get enough letters through on there to know the exact sentence he asked.
The funny thing is that he asked if it had to be Sorare related. I was like, boy, that's a good start. But yeah, we're here today to answer your questions. Anyone who is watching this back, I was thinking about this earlier because I feel bad. More people watch this after the fact than they do live, although everyone knows the people who are here in the live chat make this show, but they don't get an opportunity to ask their question. So if you have a question and you're watching this after it's live, just drop it in the comments and we'll answer it next week. This is our 4th episode of What Would You Do? And we may as well just keep it going because it seems like people like it. So don't fret if you don't watch this live. We can just get your question next week. Thanks everyone for coming in. Tuggy Ferd. And he said, "Sorry for killing your brother, Harry. I don't know what this means.
Who is my brother?
I don't know.
Cucho, is it?
I don't know. Konnichiwa to Grem and Sorare Maddie. What's up? Thanks for coming in. Daniel, my favorite part about these is no matter whose gallery you're reviewing, it always gives me something to think about. And my favorite thing by far on Sorare is thinking about what to do. Love to hear it. Bob Franklin, what's up? Maddie's already asking questions. In fact, a bunch of people are. Red Panda, Stefan, what's up? Durs TFT. Oh, hold on. I don't know. Whatever. And Mikey Baston in the house. I was going to keep going, but now I'm already behind. Oh, Harry Wilson.
Yeah, he is dead. Yeah, thanks for that.
Yep.
He's actually
just
dead,
a simple thanks for that. Anyway, let's just dive in because I'm already skipping ahead here. So, Maddie, if you would have my gallery and a budget of 150 to 250 euros, what players in what positions would you get to improve my rare champ gallery, not including Bundesliga? Didn't we tell Maddie to sell all of his champ guys?
We definitely told him to sell something, didn't we? I can't remember if it was champ or Bundes.
Yeah, I really don't like outfielders that I have to spend more than 50 euros on. I'm a big fan of playing matchups and having a wide variety of options and little risk of them dropping in price. If you want little risk of dropping in price, you may have to find a different game. But anyway, Sorare Maddie. Is it still Sorare Maddie? Maddie. Oh, I found it. Hold on.
Maddie Sorare Maddie?
Wait, no, I didn't find it.
Wasn't there something funky with the I can't remember. There was something that didn't.
Yeah. Nope. No, it's not. Wow. Maddie, help us out here. Sure. Maybe there's there are 2 Maddie Sorares. This is annoying. Oh, Maddie with a dash. All right. Of course. Anyway. All right. Let me grab this gallery here. Okay. Sorry. Mike said can't drop in price if price is peanuts to begin with. Yeah.
Fair.
Okay. Let's see here. So we need some champ outfielders, basically.
Right. Under 50 euro.
Right. That seems easier said than done, but let's do it.
Yeah, let's have a look.
Got a new Pedro Neto in? Is that right?
Is he asking for classic or specifically in season?
I feel like Maddie mostly plays in season, although there's a lot of classic cards here.
Mm-hmm.
Let me do this.
Yeah, did you... Oh, that's his cards, isn't it? Sorry.
These are his cards, yeah.
Yeah.
God, so many of them. All right, so I remember that Amiri, Bischoff is good for a while, Palacios.
Yeah. I was just going to have a little look.
Gotan Perrin.
Advanced search, see what I can find. So under 50 euro.
I feel like he's got everyone.
Yeah, I mean, I guess there's only so many of those players in that realm of they're not above that and they can do their thing now and again type of player. There's only so many of them exist, really. In season would be nice. Okay. Do we have Moses Simon in there? I know we mention him all the time, but he is worth a mention. I mean, he is the epitome of that. Like,
He really is.
at forward, like there's no other like him, really.
Did he have midfielder cards also? Not that we would want them, but yeah, he does.
Yeah, he does. Yeah, he blanked last game. I know that because he played against Reims or whatever. He's the epitome of the forward version of that. You know what you've described. I would say, Matty. I'm just having a little scroll through to see if I can find anything that jumps out outside of that. Like Højbjerg's too expensive to be in that category, isn't he? Really?
Surely.
Yeah. Ito? Like, has Ito come down a little bit to where he's in that category or no?
I hope
not. Nah. 80 odd pounds for the in-season floor. Patrick Schick? Still same as Ito. It's hard to judge because I'm seeing like the floor price, but it's not the in-season. Like when I'm on advance.
Well, I mean, he said he would prefer in-season, but not.
Okay, I've got one. I bought him recently. Frankowski.
Ooh.
His floor right now is actually quite expensive compared to what like his last sale is. So you'd have to maybe wangle a deal. But he is the midfielder version of this Moses Simon. If we want to categorize these players.
Is he still playing like wing back?
Yeah.
Yeah. Wow.
Like massive scores on certain games when he gets to. I told you last week, wasn't it? I think it ended up being 2 BCCs in the end in the most recent one against Montpellier. It was definitely 1. Could be wrong. Yeah, Jesus. So that killed me. But he's got Suazo, or however you pronounce it, Gabriel Suazo, or he's from Toulouse. So he's in the building. There's only so many of these cards, man. Like,
I think he's got him.
I think he's got him outside of Simon. Does he have Gates and Perrin?
Yes.
Okay.
David Rashili? Although I think he just got hurt.
Did he really? Well, yeah, he'd be in the realm as well. Yeah, I wouldn't be against that at all. Anyone in like La Liga? Not really. Is there? That Luis Mia's decent now and again, isn't he? But I don't think he's really done it recently. What about Kamara for who's he playing for now in France?
The Monaco guy? Who's not at Monaco anymore?
No, not Lamine, sorry. A bit older. Oh, what's his name? It's none of them actually, which is crazy. Oh, it's definitely spelt that way as well. I don't think it's a K at the start.
There's going to be a bunch of them.
It is. Oh, that was him, Nettie? The breast one. Yeah, he hurts. No,
just yellow cards.
He's sneaky. Like for that price, like $10 or whatever it is.
It's actually not bad. Like PSG, Real Madrid, just throw that out. You don't have to play PSG again, most likely. That's some decent scores.
Like a 25 AA floor now and again with a DA in his locker now. Like that's what that is where Matty's shopping. Like he told, that is just the player, isn't it? Really, or the realms of the player.
Yeah, that's a nice call.
It's a decent one.
Yeah, saying Izzy Palazon. Is he still a thing?
Is he a thing? Yeah, I don't know. Ekatike, Aspas, probably not. It's hard, man. Honestly,
yeah,
it is hard. Damsgaard's probably too expensive in season, isn't it? Oh wow, Damsgaard's only £50 in season. Like for a Prem player, scored 40 AA last game in a 2-0 loss. That surprised me.
That is pretty cheap.
I thought he'd be way more than that. Genuinely, huh? That's honestly shocked me a little bit.
Yeah, that is surprising.
Did he have Jonathan Klaus in there? I think
I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
2 of them.
Oh, okay. I tell you, who's come down in price, which I don't know whether you want to be on this end of it now. Is Lo Celso's only £55 floor. I know he's got issues. Like I'm not saying it's like a cert, but like I'd rather Damsgaard. Sorry, what'd you say?
Isco is back.
Isco is back, yeah. So he's stolen a lot of the fun stuff, basically.
Tuggy's shouting out James Garner, who I think was in that. I think he has him already.
Does he? I really like Garner. Garner's quality.
I was pretty sure Garner was. Yeah, he's a top L15 guy.
Nice. He's only played like 1 game and he smashed. So But yeah, Adrian Thomason scored 98 this weekend. Like, he does have those cards.
Yeah, he's got them.
We say it every week. It's so hard to pick them out every week. Like I pick Frankowski, Thomason scores the 90. Like and they're on the same team. Never mind when you've got players from other teams and different matchups. Like it can get quite it can get hard when and then you're frustrated at yourself then because you missed out on the 93. You didn't play him in the best lineup that you could have.
Yeah.
I tell you, he's pretty sharp. Let me see what he is in season. Oh, okay. Hamad Traore for Auxerre. He's £18 floor price at rare. The last 5 haven't been great, but there's a 90 in there. There's a 60 in there. Like his scores are quite up and down, but that's the type of player Matty wants. Like he's literally described that. So, he went on an unbelievable run start of the season.
I think he took set pieces at some point too.
I think he did as well. I'm sure he had a couple.
He got a couple.
Yeah, he took a free kick. Yeah.
So did that Perrin to Chicago thing just die?
Seems that way, doesn't it? Yeah. Seems like they got Bamba, I guess, right? That was kind of the alternative-ish.
Jared Bowen.
It's not bad. Yeah, it's fine.
He's back, right?
I'd still rather Moses Simon, though, genuinely.
Yeah, I think that's fair.
Because you're playing Prem Premium there, aren't you? On Jared, good player. Like I wouldn't dispute that, but I still probably rather. I'd rather 2 Moseses than 1 Jared. Let's say, to put it that way.
Tom said, "I get the idea of playing matchups, but surely you want to find a few consistent players in there too for a bit of stability. No, not my gallery, of course, just my opinion. I mean, you could, but."
I get it though. There's risk with those type. Like Lo Celso, I luckily crafted him, but like at the time he's worth like £200. Gets injured, 50 quid. That 150 depreciation is a lot for people to take on. And I get why you wouldn't want to go up into those nosebleedy maybe type of prices where you stick yourself a goal of 50 quid's my max on any player. If it does drop to 20, I don't lose too much sleep. I do get that thought, but the downside is you just aren't going to catch the matchup every week. It's just impossible.
Yeah. I was just looking at Bakwa, who like as soon as he got hurt, it was just like poof, done.
A little bit of injury discount is there or no?
I mean, yes.
Okay.
I don't know when he's back though.
I thought it was a few weeks. No, I didn't think it was like detriment. Oh, I don't know actually. Knee doesn't sound great, does it? But I don't know. Cheap though.
There's your boy.
Yeah, there's a bit of like he didn't start this weekend. Like a big game. I say big game. They were away to Toulouse, I think, but he played the midweek, so there is a bit more competition now for him. I'm a bit, less high on him, shall we say? Like there is just a few more players that are fit. They brought in Santa Maria like in midfield, so like that means one less player in midfield is not playing in like the 10, and that was kind of him. So yeah, I wouldn't be as like high on that.
It's amazing how Sofiane Diop dropped at just me thinking about buying him. I didn't even have to buy it. Anyway, all right. I think that's good. I think you're doing the right thing, Maddie. All right, let's see.
We've got a lot of comments, by the way.
Yeah. And I'm trying to
find the next one.
Right. Here we go. Oh, Bob Franklin. Any tips for my gallery? The human punching bag. Mainly play contender with a K-League focus. Boy, did you come to the right place for this. But jumped into La Liga to try and farm boxes before the nerf. Oof.
Yeah, box farmers are dead and buried, aren't they, really?
All right. Wow, 445 limiteds and 328 rares. So what is the question? Any tips?
Any holes, maybe? What was it? Contender, basically, with K-League?
Contender with a K-League focus.
Okay. I wouldn't say K-League's my forte.
I can assure you it is not mine.
I kind of know the big names, but like outside of Cecilia, it gets a bit dodgy.
All right, we got a James.
Nice.
Anytime you can lock in the 5th best midfielder in Mexico, you do it.
You've got Austria back soon,
I'm
assuming. Yeah.
Little Jesse Lingard.
Yeah.
Wonder if no, it's not. I want a Jesse Lingard.
I
This card,
remember
like, not
that.
this exact one, but like I was so happy to get out of that card. And then he actually did pretty well.
Yeah, he did. He did. He's captain as well now.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I mean, it's just hard for me to say anything on K-League because like I don't know who
Right. Like I look at
transfers
all of
there.
these guys and I got nothing.
Yeah, it's really hard to formalize a, just advice basically on something that is like it is really out of my wheelhouse.
This guy's pretty good.
Does he have a Cecilia? Like, are we missing the best K-League card here?
That's a good
Or
question.
surely he has him.
Oh, all right.
The advice starts and stops there. Does it not?
Yeah. Get us a senior.
Yeah. Groundbreaking advice there from Harry and Led.
How much do you think a Cecilia rare costs these days?
Ooh, I mean, the league's back soon, no? Has to be. I'm going to say 50
10 days.
bucks.
10 days.
Yeah, $50.
Not even.
Okay. 20% off. Okay. I mean, yeah. If you've got a K-League focus and you don't have Cecilia, I kind of have a problem with that.
Feels it.
Like you are disrespecting the K-League guy.
Mm-hmm. And you came to somebody who knows nothing about the K-League, and I have 3 of them.
Isn't one a jerk? No. What, didn't you get a fancy one? No, you didn't.
No, just I bought an in-season one after I already had a classic.
A peasant one.
And now, yeah, this was a disaster. What a disaster this acquisition was.
What was it before the end of the season?
Yeah, I bought him. It was this. I think I bought him right after this game, and then this was a midweek where I couldn't use him.
Yeah.
And then I don't know if he got hurt in this game, but then didn't play for the rest of the season.
Nice.
Yeah. So yeah, Bob, go get a Cecilia. Build a collection around it.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe. All right. Keep scrolling. Boz, first time watching Sorare show live. Hello, way to be.
I just seen Bob Franklin said he's the #1 Rayo collector. Paid too much for James. He mentioned it 12-16 in the chat.
Okay. So he wasn't even buying Mexican James.
It was like an accidental James.
Yeah. Right. Yeah. Sean Kennedy, I've been really trying to bolster collections lately. What is your decision making like when doing that? Special edition cards versus collection cards, also having some utility, etc. It's a great question.
It's a good question.
I almost overdo it on like looking for cards for collections. Like I literally will just search jersey mints and just see what's out there. But the biggest one, at least in limited collections, is really taking advantage of these like specials that they have whenever like cards come out. It's just like such an advantage to get special edition cards in. And if you're first owner, like those things just help so much. You can basically get like 3/4 of a full collection and still get to 5%. And that's sort of the stuff I like. And also if there is a special edition card that's priced like similar to the floor, and the floor is like close to a reasonable price, like I just always get the special edition.
Yeah, I think rookies is my night, like the most fun way for me to get into a collection without going like overboard. Like I've got like conflicting sort of like evidence. Like I've got like a Genk and a knee stack. Like I've picked one team from each region and I've gone all in. Like I've basically got every card effectively 5%. And then like, I like buying just sort of like supplementary sort of collections that won't go above 3. Like 3% is my max on the other ones. Because I just don't like. There's probably just not enough cards in that. Let's say FC20 for example, 3% on them. I just don't think the jump from 3 to 4 is going to change much for me. Too much compared to what I'd have to outlay on a few or quite a few duds that they might turn out good. But I just don't know if I want to sink 50 quid into that. Like there's a level for me. Getting to 3% is relatively easy these days. If you've got 2 or 3 rookies, you buy them off with a few market credits from Sorare, and like you're kind of there.
Yeah.
And they might not play, and that's fine, but they really help the collection bonus. But yeah, my sort of criteria for having a 5%er for me was like, I want to make sure the team I'm buying has like 10 good cards. It doesn't mean to say 10 right now, but like 10 that could, I can see, oh, well, he might go there at one point. Like it's all sort of, yeah, it's all like mental gymnastics, really. You don't know exactly, but at least I know like 10 of the cards. Like for Genk, they have like 10 good players.
Yeah.
Whereas if they had like 5, I'd be like, oh, man, I can't make a 5% collection out of that because after the 5, it's just a massive drop off. And I just don't think it's worth it personally for me.
So I have basically 2 thoughts on that. The first is if you have the ability to buy into a collection, and just like you said, where like maybe the guys go, like someone in the collection goes elsewhere, and it's like there are certain teams where like you kind of know they're going to end up somewhere else. Like that's why I like River Plate so much, because some of those guys, they'll go all over the place at this point and they keep the utility. But like our boy Jacob Briam, and like the number of times I'm like, I should build a Go Ahead Eagles collection. I'm looking at all of the, and I'm like, maybe there are 2 players that I would play, and maybe there are 3 that I would play in the next 5 years, and I just like I can't do it. I just like can't buy into it.
And there's nothing wrong with buying just those 5 and having a 2 or 3 at best. Maybe not now, but like at the start of the season, like buying the 5 best players and just keeping them. Like I do get that, but then like when I bought the Genk collection, they weren't first in the league. Like start of the season, like I wasn't like, oh my god, Genk are definitely going to walk the league or anything in Belgium. I knew they'd be half decent, but I didn't think they'd be like wow. But I saw Struikers joined and Smets joined. I was like, yeah, there's a little under 23 core here that I'm quite happy to try and make them as good of a collection or powerful of a collection as I can. And there's some nice older guys like Hainan and Horovsky and whoever else, the goalie and Pendant. Like it was just like an abundance of like decent cards. And like you said, with River, because they're like one of the better teams in Argentina, they can trickle down to the worst teams in Argentina and still play.
Also true.
Similarly to Genk, like they're a better team in Belgium. If they don't go and play there, they might go on a loan to somewhere else or same league, but just worse standard of team. So yeah, that's my like criteria of like going in and getting like a 5%er. I'm putting everything into that. Yeah.
So I said Strasbourg players will scatter after each year. One of the reasons I liked that Strasbourg collection is I think there are 5 rookies in it.
Wow.
And I remember I bought, one of them I bought for like literally $1. And I ended up, let me see if I can find it here. I ended up almost like rebuying some because I got them really cheap on the secondary market, and then realized like I wasn't first owner, and so they weren't quite as good. But yeah, this Yanni Gomes, which is a rookie jersey mint. So this will be 90 collection points in how many days did I say? 57 days.
Yeah.
And like, so we have, Papi Diongu, Diallo, Oscar Pereira. So that's 4. I thought there might have been another. Yeah, there's definitely another one. This one, Lukovic.
Yeah.
So if you can find one with like rookie card, they're just like so helpful.
I mean, you've only got what? How many cards there? 9 cards? 13, sorry. And you've already got 4%. Yeah. And there's 37 players in that. Like,
and like, actually, are they? None of them are 90 days. So I'll actually be at 630 points after the 90 days.
Yeah.
Which I didn't realize. And now I'm like, shoot, maybe I should
just get 5.
Yeah.
Yeah. If you could be smart with it, like you said, like, you find those little, nuances in like it's a jersey mint and it's a rookie, like, doubling up on collections and buying them from Sorare, you get the extra 20. Like, there's ways to kind of finesse it. It's not cheap all the time. Like, it might never be that cheap, but yeah, like something like this, you'd be fairly confident that a few of these guys will go on to have a half decent career and maybe help you further on in your Sorare gallery, I guess. Like Caleb Wiley's just gone on loan to Watford. I know you don't have him, but he's in that collection, little things like that. It's just, they're little bonuses. You don't buy the collection for that though. Like, in my opinion, like you're buying it because they're in season, and some of those cards like Santos is hopefully going to win you a decent amount of cash, which offsets all the fucking 10, 15 pounds that you spent on Yanni Gomez and stuff, like that's literally the whole point of it. And then some to make it worthwhile.
The other thing that I had not noticed until just now, this Thomas Delane card, this is a jersey mint. Other than this card, everyone else that I own is either 21 or younger.
Wow. Yeah. I mean, it's basically Chelsea under 23s, effectively, isn't it, for them?
Yep.
In some way. Robin Risser, a great example
I
of
blew
like,
it not getting him.
Yeah, that's a tough one. It's just it's hard to foresee some of these. Some good cards in there though. Still for you to like, yeah, Lamatural and Morea's been doing pretty well.
Yeah, I never got Nanasi either. He's been good.
Nanasi, yeah. It's a good squad. Like that. That is probably the type of squad that, yeah, you'd probably be fine getting a 5%, and you would kind of see the fruits of the labor eventually. Like once they all kind of butterfly effect the way out of the team.
Yeah. Well, I just played them in anti-stacks when it's 5 cards and 5 different players, 5 different teams. All right, moving on. Fantasy Football Ryan. I don't know that name, so welcome. Is now a stupid time to buy a West Ham in-season rare collection, or is there still a decent chance of some decent yield? Would cost around £300. I don't want to say it's a stupid time to buy, but it may be stupid to buy West Ham.
Yeah, like you're just asking for that one golden result, aren't you? Like, and even then, is it going to be enough? Because there's going to be other people that have the West Ham team with more collection than you. You know, like I just don't see a world where that really works. Like you might be in D4 and you've like looked.
I was going to say it depends what division you're in.
It does, yeah, it does. But you know, there might be another West. Why can't there be another West Ham collection? There's 83 cards of each player basically. So,
right,
you know, at minimum, yeah. And like I look at their fixtures, they've got Ipswich away last game of the season. Outside of that, okay, Southampton at home, game week 72. There's no other game that I'm like, oh my god, West Ham are. Well, they're not going to be favourites for most of, you know, we know that. So you're basically looking at that game and going, can I nail the 5? And then can I nail the collection bonus? And then can I nail the captain? And then can I nail the division? And then can I win 300 quid? I just think you're asking for so many layers of things to fall in your way, on your lap, or whatever. Like, I think you're just miles up against it personally.
So how many people do you think have 5% collection bonus on this year's West Ham collection?
Probably not in rare. 3.
Ooh, nailed it.
Yeah?
Nailed it.
3. Okay.
I mean, that makes me think from a collection bonus standpoint. Now, obviously, I think the easiest way to get to 5% is to buy from Sorare, and all of those cards will have 0 XP. So you're kind of beat on that. But I do kind of wonder. Hold on. Let's try this out here. How much would it actually cost? So like if you bought right away, what do you get? 40 points right away, or is it 30?
30, I think. Yeah, 10 and 20.
I mean, there are a bunch. Let's see. So these first 5 are at the minimum $550, I guess. What was it? €300 or £300?
Pounds, I think. Yeah.
Like the bummer is that for collection purposes, like you have to buy all of these, right? Because it's the cheapest way to get the points in. We've got a rookie card. Doesn't this guy not play there anymore?
He's left, yeah.
Right? How can you still buy his card? Maybe it was already minted.
Let's be real. There's one player you'd want from this team. Like, let's just have it right. It's Jared Bowen.
And you can't even buy him.
This is it. Get him.
These are all the instant buys.
Jesus.
So you can't get a goalie unless you go to the secondary. I mean, you basically have to buy most of these from Sorare and then go to the secondary market for the guys you want. Now, the benefit of doing that is that those cards probably have XP.
Yeah. Yeah, that's fair. Could even get a classic if you really wanted to.
Yeah, just like $58 for Bowen is not bad.
I just think, like, could a West Ham stack actually win, like, score above 450? Like, let's just really think about it. I don't think they can. I'm sorry.
What does it even look like?
It's Kudus, Bowen, maybe Emerson, luck boxes and assist, Kilman, like double defense, keep a clean sheet. You know, I think that's the way it works. It's either Kudus or Soler. They're the only two who's going to do something in midfield. Emerson as the defender, like I said, maybe Kilman as well. Honestly, though, like, let's just be real. Like, there ain't a 5 there. Like, there needs to be a 5 for you to do that.
Is Kudus the midfielder?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Like, I'd be more confident in the Everton stack doing 450. They probably did almost, like they've probably done it already, let's say. So I just really struggle to see it happening for West Ham. I'm sorry. Against Southampton, yeah, but you've got to pick the right 5. You got to pick the right captain. It's just, I just think it's, oh my God.
Said I'm up on Graham Potter and think they'll be a lot better now.
They might be, yeah, but that doesn't equate to Sorare much better, unfortunately, mate. Like, that's the way you've got to be brutal about it. Like, they will be better because they couldn't get any worse. That doesn't mean you're going to win £300 on Sorare. Like, there's levels to it, It just,
where do you have to be? Let's do that too. Can you win
300 in D4? I actually played D4 this past weekend, so maybe I could tell you. Like Prem. Let's have a look.
Oh, there's no Prem this weekend. I forgot about that.
I'll tell you now. Bless me.
What? That was a good one.
Thank you.
Can I do this? Is this possible?
I do have it. Here we go.
Yeah.
So top wins £237. And the top score this week was 528 points. Yeah. Second scored 460. Third scored 440. It's hard, man. That's deep.
It's hard. It's hard to start now and try to get that.
Yeah. So tough.
All right. Next. Boss is back. Could you please help me building at least one challenger limited in-season lineup for next game week? Harry knows a thing or two about building lineups for people.
Yeah, let's do it. Was it Challenger Limited in season? I know there's a couple of good matchups next year. I know Gala at home to someone rubbish. So we'll see.
But I think Muslera is suspended.
Is he really? No way. That's funny. Well, I know Utrecht at home to Almere City, so that's a nice start.
There's some really good ones, like go-aheads against Heracles. I mean, you can see it there.
Oh, you can see them there, yeah.
USG against Kortrijk. Like it's...
Yeah, it could be nice.
All right, let's see here. What was it? Challenger limited in season.
Yeah.
All right. So we've got Morris. Oh, yeah. Ajax, big favorite. Everyone's away, though. Benitez.
Or you back Benitez, maybe.
Jeez.
I know. I'd leave the goalie for now. Just in actually is maybe Wellenreuther, honestly. In season at home to Sparta. Probably
toothless Sparta without Camille Negli now.
I know. Not the same. Oh, you've got to go Maxime Avenue. I know El Karauni, but I'd probably go Maxime.
I agree.
Just in case.
We might end up doing both.
Maybe both, yeah. Did you see somebody came in for a baby coop? Somebody paid might have been Roma. 15 mil or 10 mil or something, yeah.
Like he's done?
No. They rejected it. Yeah, they were like, we couldn't get a replacement. Yeah. I like Minans there at home to Zwolle. That could be fun. He's been interesting recently, I'd say. There's some good options. Like can't go wrong with many of them, honestly. I like Charles. Paxton, maybe. Yeah, I mean, City do concede goals. So, yeah, I honestly, I could be there with you. Kratev, maybe?
No.
Wow, he definitely watches the show, doesn't he? He's a fanboy.
I mean, we're not going to go any further. Who did we say? Minans?
I like Minans, yeah, maybe. Minans or... there's a lot there. I can see why... there's the Mertens. And then...
This is a hell of a gallery.
Yes. Lots of choice, isn't there? Honestly, I'd be tempted to go Zorgan there. Back-to-back hundreds against Beerschot? Surely.
There's so many... Like, you could see any of these guys get to 100.
Oh,
Milkarani.
Yeah.
Zorgan. There was another... who was the other one that...
Who didn't we pick in midfield? There's someone else on there. Yeah, Charles away to
Paxton.
Court, right?
That's who it was.
Paxton. Yeah, I can see why you've maybe got a bit of choice paralysis here because we have it as well. It's tough. It's really tough, honestly. It's either El Karauni, Zorgan, or Paxton for me. I wouldn't be too mad at either.
Yeah. I wouldn't. I'm just.
We can't play Zorgan. They're both classics. Mikey Baston on the ball as usual. Doesn't miss a trick. Yeah, I'm down for that. All at home, all above 60%. If you can't win, then you've got no chance of you. Like, you might as well just pack it in.
Yeah. I'm not sure why I'm playing. Oh, well.
Yeah. It's a good team. It's fun.
Yeah. Boss, if you go on your own lineup builder and you go to the community lineups, you'll be able to see where we. Oh, looks like Dobbsy made a lineup
nice.
as well.
Nice, like it.
In fact, if everybody wants to go do it, you can just go to Boz on on Sorare Data and then lineup builder, and if you save it, it'll all be saved here. All right. There's still some people. I've scrolled all the way back that we're still on the on Maddie's question.
No way.
Let's see. Oh, I like this. I don't know what this was referring to. Milinkovic-Savic has the chance to be the best champ keeper in the next 5 games. Where's Vanja?
Seems like it doesn't matter these days. He just scores 80 plus. Yeah, when he wants. Wow.
Genoa, Bologna, Milan, Monza, and Parma. That's 3 away games. I don't know.
Yeah, they're not necessarily terrible away games. Empoli, though, yeah.
It doesn't matter. He just
doesn't really matter, does it?
Yeah.
It's like you want to pour enough defense to where your keeper's busy, but not pour enough to where you can see the multiple. And you'll probably find that happens in Serie A, like as those scores show. Like Torino aren't that good, obviously, but they just don't concede 3, and that's just perfect for a keeper that's busy.
Alex on Sorare. Struggling a little bit with what to do next. I can barely put out a rare lineup. I bought Prem, but then won $50 with it this week. I was thinking about selling, but now my bolstered a little. That's one of my favorite things about Sorare, when you're like, I'm going to sell out of these cards, and then you win something and you're like, let me double down.
I'm back. Yeah, I'm back. Yeah, that'll be fun. Little rare.
Let's see what Alex has here.
Rare Prem gallery, is it?
All right, so we've got
Kepa, Zabarnier.
Kepa, Zabarnier,
and Nico. Love it. Love it.
Gibbs White.
Nice.
Yeah, so, all right.
Interesting. What are Bournemouth fixtures like coming up?
Just wanted to see what the lineup was that he won with.
It's got to be Nico. Yeah, Gibbs White. Fair. I would have done. Yeah, you can't really trust Zabarnier, can you, at home to deliver? So, okay. He was like a João Pedro or someone else other than João Pedro away from like scoring really, really well there. Yeah.
I don't think he had anyone else.
No, I know. I just mean, wow, he could have played Zabarnier.
Yeah.
But like,
that's what he wants. He wants us to.
Yeah, I mean, double forward is just like.
It's tough.
Unless you've got Salah as one, or Isak or whoever it is, it does become. Who's this? Yeah, Bournemouth. Wow.
It's actually unfortunate with the Bournemouth schedule. So away to Southampton the next fixture, which is not this coming weekend, but the weekend after, right? Because they have there's FA Cup, but then he's got his 2 forwards against his goalie.
Yeah, you need to somehow get Chris Wood in. Right. Well, not Well, I don't think it's. I guess you do kind of. Probably a lot. Classic $28 instead of Cunha. Does that solve any? It solves a issue on that one weekend, kind of, doesn't it?
This is tough, though.
Yeah, it's not easy. I'd still back. It doesn't look great, but not many Prem fixtures really do. But we're talking about like basically the most informed striker outside of like Salah.
I just mean like he'll have 3 Forest guys going into this schedule.
Yeah, I mean,
double defender against Newcastle, Arsenal, and Man City.
I don't know. Yeah. I mean, it wouldn't be double defender because he's only got Nico, hasn't he, from Forest?
Wasn't it?
Zabarnier is from Bournemouth.
Oh, sorry. You're right. It was Gibbs White, the combo. Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't think that solves much, actually. The Wood is just. You need a Howson, really, don't you, to go with Kepa Well, or you just back Kirkez and just hope he gets a DA type of. Like he's very volatile, but he just might blow up on a certain game week. Don't know what his price is. But there's the bones there.
There are for sure.
Yeah, like there's a £50 player. Like change it a ton. What is Howson in season? Probably a bit more than £50. Yeah. He was like £5 at the start of the season, by the way. He was nothing. Look how low they went.
Probably lower. Yeah. $8.96.
When I was moaning about him.
I was told card prices only go down.
Well, yeah, that's what some will try and convince you of.
I'm not sure what the solution is, though. Like, it does feel like a forward would help, if only because at some point you have your forward against your goalie.
Like, what does the lineup look like next week? Sorry, Led. Show us what we're looking like, and then let me think of an extra player that could. Okay, so perfect. Throw Zabani in. Throw Gibbs White in. It's got to be Pedro, hasn't it? Really, as like the forward, let's say. And then Nico, yeah.
Sorry, hold on.
And what's that, Division 2? Yeah. I mean, I don't think that team there does enough in D2 for you next week, really. So then it's like, well, who'd you bring in from Bournemouth instead of Nico, I would say, that could score 80 plus against Southampton. It's the fixture you want all season. And then is João Pedro good enough against Chelsea? Maybe he could. Like he is capable. That's probably the only sticking point there is maybe Nico, I would say. And then like I think you're back in a realm of like that team could do okay. Like obviously you need Gibbs White to do half decent away to Fulham, not easy, but
yeah, but it's doable.
Yeah, it's doable. It's just who that extra is really. Like what Ryan Christie, £9. 450 AA away to Newcastle.
Who else?
30 away to United. Like, I think there's ways that you can maybe luck box your way into like a nice little score from somebody. Alex says they have, so we could have a $200 budget here.
So you've got Liverpool against Wolves, Arsenal away to Leicester, Villa at home against Ipswich, which are the three matchups that currently have better odds than the Bournemouth one we are kind of...
Yeah. I'm not worried about that Villa one too much. Yeah, they can, Jared, yeah.
You don't think that's a Rashford week?
Don't even mention his name. Arsenal, Leicester, I mean, it's not a gimme away. Like it kind of is, but it's not like, wow, I can see that just being incredible. Arsenal aren't just SO5 friendly right now, really. Yeah. Liverpool's the one, obviously.
I was going to say, like, what did the Liverpool guys cost? $200? Like, Soboslai's half that.
I'd rather Ryan Christie for 10x less than Soboslai on the weekend, genuinely. Why is he £11? He's got better scores than so. He just doesn't play for Liverpool. And I think he takes a few set pieces as well. Christie, that is.
Yeah.
But Tara's a good player. Yeah. All the like Tuggy said, all the Bournemouth forwards are like dangerous. Kluivert in the 10, Semenyo, Tara. I mean, Brooksy's starting right now. Maybe not next game. Like Tavernier might come in, who again can score really well. So it's just getting the four right, the play up front. I think Christie's a really nice one there, or even Lewis Cook. I mean, have you seen Tyler Adams' scores recently? Is it?
No.
Yeah. Oh my god, mate. He's leading the Prem in like. I mean, he's got 3 assists in 2 games, which is just bonkers. I don't know how he's got them, but he's got the most interceptions and duels or something in the Prem so far, like since coming back or something crazy.
I believe that.
Yeah, like
what does he cost? 22. I love that his classic costs more than his in season.
Yeah. Guitar's 35 quid. Maybe Al, but Utara's a winger basically playing up front right now because they don't have a number 9. So I'm not saying he won't score goals. What is his like AA been like, Utara? I can't imagine. Great, I could be wrong though. Could definitely be wrong. Yeah, that 90 was nice. That was 3 DAs. Yeah, he's just got no AA basically because he's not a 9. Like he can do it, but he's just not a 9. He's a winger, really.
And what worries me is just with how many names we've said. Like,
yeah,
we've said 7 names for 4 spots.
Well, that's a good. I mean, it's kind of a good thing in a way because they're all pretty cheap, and they all could do 80 plus against Southampton. Like I do think they could.
Yeah, it's just a matter of like, if do we know who's going to start? Like, do we think this is it?
Yeah, there's not. Well, they don't have much choices. The only difference might be is that Tavernier might come in for Brooks. I would say I'd be very shocked if anything else changes, unless there's suspensions that I don't know about. But I'd be picking up a Christie personally. I think he's probably the safest with a bit of upside, and like in that cheap realm. Yeah.
Oh, and he's on sets with Cook out and Tavernier out. Oh no, Cook's there.
Cook's in. Yeah, he played right back.
Oh, Kluivert recently.
Kluivert's good though as well.
Yeah,
they're all good. That's kind of the issue.
You get the Quinny vibes with Kluivert too.
Yeah, I'd be picking up one of them personally and giving D2 a go. See how you rock.
I agree. Go for it. Why not? We're here to play, right?
Yep. We're not selling up.
All right. Who do we got next? Oh, that's funny. There was a second part of Alex's question. Or fill gaps in my lineup at limited, or hold it for prep for MLS, which I'll be all in on.
I don't know. You've got a nice base there in Prem. Like I just do think it needs a bit of tinkering.
Yeah,
a few little additions that could be good on matchups, and some weeks maybe not. But for 10 quid, I think that works.
Yeah. All right. Sorry. Here we go. This was earlier. Tyler said my Leverkusen collection has 1,300 points. However, they gave me 5% to the new special card versus the Verts already at level 10, which is strange.
Both will get it in a couple
they should both get collection bonus, and the special card should have more of a collection bonus. That's why it's in your collection. But they should both get the collection bonus.
Yeah.
Just Heat 14 would love some advice on what to do with my MLS gallery. Feel like I have too many classic guys as I want to buy into in-season 2. Do I sell off or keep classic and in-season versions? There is a market for MLS right now.
Yeah, it's kind of heating up, shall we say?
Yeah. I'm down to 2 super rares, 2 MLS super rares.
You've had some departures, haven't you?
Might come to the grave with me. All right. So we've got all the new guys. Zinc, Tagsteth, Almiron's back. We got Ryan Gauld. Let's do it by scarcity.
Yeah.
Just do rare first. That'll make it easier. Jordi Alba. Jaden Nelson is back.
Nice, yeah.
There's Bamba, Zaha, Rolls.
De La Torre's,
I
guess not back, but he's definitely playing.
Yeah.
So
there is an in-season lineup right away.
Yeah. What are the keepers then? So
I saw Brady.
Hold on. It's basically Brady and
okay. McCarthy, mate, probably. Fry.
We got loads. Wow.
Blake, you got almost too many.
Yeah. Yeah, you've got more. The issue is you only get, it depends how you want to play the in-season stuff. If you want to go 5 and no classics, or 4 and 1, But like you could be wasting like 4 keepers every weekend here. Right. I know you can play them in specials, but it's a lot. like, would you rather just sell 4 of them and get 2 in season, or 1 in season? Let's call it. I
Right.
don't know what the multiple will be, but I'm sure it'll be hefty. Yeah, you've got you've got the bulk of basically every good MLS card, really, haven't you? It's so far, anyway.
For sure.
But then, like, so does everyone, kind of. Like,
yeah, that's a good point.
Like, Classic's going to be tough. Not to say that a gallery like this can't go out and win in season cards, because it definitely will be able to. If you get the 5 right. Evander, yeah, I mean, you've got it all, really. But yeah, do you sell, a couple of these to fund some in-seasoners?
I wonder if
depends
how much you can reasonably get for all of these bottom guys. Like, given the guys that we've seen, like, how often are you actually going to play like Jared Stroud?
Well, 198 pence isn't gonna
it's like
add to the key.
yeah, but even like
I know what you mean.
Jackson UL and Durkin, Tillman. Oh, I guess Tillman you probably play.
Yeah,
Annabelle Godoy, like, you're never going to play him.
No,
Obed Vargas, like, realistically, those guys don't make 3 lineups.
No,
like one of your 3. When you have Evander, Hartle, Gill, 2 Lowens, Gald, Miranchuk, like,
yeah, it's not happening, is it? For sure. Yeah, I guess it just depends. I mean, the problem is we can't measure our thirst yet for the in-season mode, because we don't know the numbers. Like, had we if we knew the numbers, and it would make maybe this decision a bit easier, because you could go, yeah, I've got some really good classic cards, but I prefer to play in season because they have X prize, whatever. Yep. So it's hard to make that decision right now. Basically, Jesse is probably the easiest answer. Like, but then you go, okay, well, if you wait, like, what happens? The classic cards crash a little bit because everyone wants to play in season.
I think we're also going to see, like, way more people try to play 5 in season for the threshold.
Yeah.
And so if you're like, oh, I'll buy this card because that'll be my 1 classic, and it's like, I don't know if you're going to want to do that.
No, yeah, they might make it to where you don't want to do that. It's probably out of your favor to maybe do that, for sure.
Maybe you do 1 of the 3, something like that.
Yeah,
I don't know. We'll see. This was going back. Tyler said, I bought a 4 stack 2 weeks ago, scored 536. Yeah. Oh, is that what you said before?
No, I didn't say that. To be fair. I read it. I just did. Yeah, I saw it a little while ago.
All right, let's see.
Pranksy's in the building, saying he's loving the stream, lad. Have you seen that one?
Let's go. No, I didn't. I'm so far behind.
I know.
Literally 20 minutes behind the chat. But anyway, what's up, Pranksy? Thanks for coming in. Unless it's John. Then it's also hello, John. But, like, Philly Dilly, I desperately need a super rare Prem forward. Just cost myself first place.
I have one for you.
How would you rate Prem forwards for Classic? So at least a few years out. Salah contracts, Son older, Saka, Palmer, Isak, Cunha, Burmo.
You haven't mentioned Willian.
I know you're dead serious too.
I'm so serious. I have one on the market for 25 quid.
Oh,
25,
that's
£25.99. Okay. I'll give you a 10% discount down to 22. Come on.
He's back at Fulham?
Back at Fulham. Harry Wilson replacement for 10 weeks.
Okay.
I can see it. Is this in season or classic? Sorry, Philly, did he say that?
Classic.
Okay. So we're looking for a classic smasher EPL forward, basically.
I think he says Son is older, as if isn't he like
30?
Is he even 30? Yeah. Is he 30?
Something like that. Yeah.
30. Oh, he's 32. All right.
Yeah, he's getting on a little bit. Footballing terms.
I actually want to see what this lineup was that cost him.
Oh,
Pickford, Tarkovsky, Gumerish, Gibbs White, Ollie. It's always Ollie Watkins ruining the party. Always.
I'm so happy I sold him to Sam for so much money.
What a sucker you found to take that card. Unbelievable. I can't honestly,
yeah.
I cannot believe he still talks to you.
I know. He still reminds me every day that I
Every
screwed him.
every
I sold it to him within an hour that I got that card. It was in a global com, so I didn't like mean to win a Prem card type of thing. I was like, he's going to Sam right now.
It was just so funny because and you bought it, you were like, Sam, you could really use Watkins. And he's like, you think? And you were like, definitely, he's perfect for you. And he's like, oh, you're right. I will do that.
Well, I mean, I know Watkins has killed you here, right? But the captaincy's killed you as well. Like, let's just have it completely right. Does that win him if he
26
goes
points short?
How many? Oh yeah, well,
26.
Gibbs White gets that, doesn't he, with a 98 flat?
Probably.
Like if you captain
Tarkowski
him?
does it too. They probably all do it.
Yeah, they probably all
Except
do it.
Watkins.
I know it's easy to say that, but you know what I mean. Like the forward obviously hasn't helped because you're looking at that and go, I'm a decisive away, which you are, like with the poor Bruno captaincy choice. In hindsight, easy to say. I don't know, man. Full Premier League forwards are just horrible. Like I think there's a big gap between like the best and then like everyone else, isn't there? It's like Salah, and then it's like, yeah, Palmer would be great. Saka, like, could you get Saka? Saka probably won't be back in time for you to like use him, type of thing. Like someone in our Discord earlier bought Saka rare in season for like €200 or €270, something nuts like that. I know you're not going to get much utility out of him this season, so this doesn't.
Still a forward version though. Like everybody buys classics or buying midfielders.
Right. Like 1 hour ago, someone bought another one. I'm looking here. £230. Yesterday, £200. And on the 27th of Jan, somebody instant bought one for nearly £500. Like,
I hope they had $500 in market credits.
An hour ago, somebody swapped in-season Bruno Fernandes for in-season Saka. Would you do that, Led?
No.
Fair. But yeah, back to forwards.
Yeah, I mean, the problem is that like Isak probably moves.
Maybe, but it could still be in the Prem. I don't think that's out of the realm. Like I wouldn't worry about that.
Yeah.
But yeah, fair.
Cunha, Burmo.
I mean, you had Iwobi in another lineup. I don't know what he scored. I can't imagine that great, but like he's been good. Like he's been a lot better than Watkins probably has all season.
Yeah.
And he has a nice AA floor, which is nice. Like it's quite rare because you're having to buy Palmers and Sakas to really do that, aren't you? Consistently.
Good run too here.
Yeah.
Decent.
Yeah, it's decent enough.
But you're right. That is just such a tough, like that's the problem with these single league comps is like you run out of like the elite players quite quickly.
I mean, there's 20 forwards to pick from, like
realistically,
25, 30, let's say, because wingers can be forwards. And then it's like, well, you take half of them out of the equation because half of them are rubbish because they're second half of the league. So you're down to like 15. And you've already got one of them in Watkins. You're down to like 14. It's like the rest of Palmer, Sakas, and whoever else. Like, yeah, it's not easy. It's really not.
Let's see. Moving on. Sunmosh. Champ in season rare, a bit better for ROI. Scores are not through the roof. I have a full Prem stack, but just put in Champ. Should I sell and move to players without a Prem stack?
Depends which Prem cards they are, I guess. But yeah,
we can find out. Champ in season. All right. Or Prem. Actually, I might as well just go Champ because they show up. Wisa, Gehi, Bruno Classic, Onana, Delict, and Ugarte.
I mean, it's decent.
It feels like it should be competitive enough, but they just have to line up. Like the matchups have to line up when you have such few cards,
Yeah, and like players like Wisa and Gehi, they don't necessarily have like a Prem premium,
Yeah.
Like they're good cards, but yeah, they're not exactly like premium-y cards. Like we mentioned with somebody, I think it was Lucas Aid, wasn't it, last week with like Gakpo. Like I know he's a good scoring Liverpool card, but those have Prem premium compared to like a Wisa. We've seen it with Damsgaard. Like no one really cares about Brent. Like even though Brentford have been good, I'm not disputing that. They just don't have a premium. I mean, that's just what it is.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, they hadn't really scored well recently either, which doesn't help, does it? Yeah, it's tough.
Oh, Jersey Mint though. Love that.
Okay, that's fun.
Yeah, I don't know. It's kind of the same. I feel like a forward would be beneficial.
Yeah.
Like you're basically playing a United stack with someone,
Right.
and that someone is a forward.
And they're up against Rafinha,
Right.
Cherkis and Greenwood. If you're playing them in champ, obviously, like you're just limiting yourself playing a. I'm not saying it's necessarily a terrible thing to play Prem cards in champ, but if you're playing them all, like every one of those cards are Prem, it's like you should play them in Prem because you're not having to play against all the other matchups. Like,
Yeah.
I get it, like the odd card, but I don't get playing the 5 in champ. For me, I don't know. I just don't see how that really works.
Yeah, it's funny. It's like scores are not through the roof, but like there's some weeks where champ is absurd.
Yeah, I get it. Yeah, Prem is more condensed, and it can be like really, like we saw with Forest. If one team just goes berserk, it's tough, isn't it? But it's the same with PSG and Milan, like it.
Lucas Evening Lad still not managed to sell Gakpo. So which one of you wants to buy him from me?
I give you a Fredo for him.
Look at Dimitrovic since Quinny won his super rare.
Yeah, he's kept a
I've
couple.
literally had 3 different Dimitrovic cards during my time. Never. I bought one. I did. Good run.
Yeah, especially on a lower, and they've got a nice, really nice fixture run.
Yeah.
Really nice.
Tyler said Sergio Herrera is the La Liga version of Vanja. I believe you. All right, let me see. Here we go. Tuggy said, looking at my gallery, would you add a top Prem mid or just save the money and splash on the J League? I think we all know you would rather splash on the J League, but let's see. What was it? Prem mid?
Yeah.
Tuggy's all Everton guy.
They play Liverpool next as well.
So Fulham and Everton with a sprinkling of Bournemouth.
Yeah.
That's really all it is.
Mm-hmm. And to be fair, Murphy's a mid as well. No, I wouldn't bother. You've got a couple of half decent mids there, like Tavernier, Murphy, Garner. I know they're not like elite, but I don't think I'd bother, genuinely.
And I assume Garner's here somewhere. Did we say Garner?
Yeah, there's Garner. Garner's like, because you're not exactly like surrounding them with elite cards. No disrespect. So it's like, what's the point, really? He's turned into dust.
He just like turned into him.
Like, yeah, I mean, he's just the manager's not having him.
Yeah.
Like Gay, you have like 4 mids there that could do 80 plus on a weekend. It's just, again, you're coming down to like the choice thing. But like, who would you really buy right now? There's like elite from the Prem. Like, I'm not sure there is someone that I'm like, oh my god, like you need the Salah version of midfielder in the Prem type of thing. Like Bruno's not on it. Both Brunos are like not unbelievable right now. There's no City mid. Foden maybe, but again.
Which of these matchups do you like better? Home against Forest or at Crystal Palace?
Probably the Leno one, honestly. Yeah, they'll stack.
Wow, they got Newcastle at Man City. That's not great.
I don't mind Gay to just get. Oh no, if we think Tavernier plays, and I would go him if we knew that. We might not, but he would be my play. And then it's got to be a Wilby, hasn't it? And maybe and die away from and die Garner.
Where is Ndai? There he is.
Or you like bank on Gay, just to get like 40 AA from just scooping up tackles, because you're banking on a DA there, aren't you, from Ndai, really, which is fine, but is the 40 AA from Gay a little bit more likely? Maybe away and
D1 GG's.
Wow, yeah, fair play. Like, it's not covered with incredible names as we know, but like, does who's like who are United playing that week? Like, does Bruno change anything there? I don't think he does. And the issue is it has to be in season because of the Keepers Classic, doesn't it? So you're like really spending, aren't you, to get this like elite player that.
Well, this was the week. What was it? Arsenal, Villa, and who was the other one? Who had a good
Liverpool, wasn't it?
Liverpool? Yeah.
Yeah. So like, even the Liverpool mids aren't even like unbelievable. Like you don't know the pop. Grav pop last week. Nobody had that down, and McAllister scores a worldie another week, and then like Sob turns up one week. Like, there's no like consistency there. And there was a time at the start of the season where I was like, oh my god, Prem mids are just like there's so many amazing ones. But you actually think about it now, like as we speak, I don't know who I'm like honestly taking right now. Maybe Rice, like on a consistency level. Maybe Odegaard. Okay. Foden. Like there's a couple.
Midfield card.
Right.
Still pretty good.
Still be fun, but he couldn't use him because of the in-season.
Yeah.
But yeah, you're right. That is a nice one if you've got the classic option. Yeah. Man, De Bruyne, if you fancy him to kind of kick on for the last sort of 10, 15 games. Obviously, like Madison's fallen, the Ange. Like, there's a few situations in the Prem right now with mids where like it was a lot more fruitful and there was a lot more choice. But as I'm speaking right now, there's just not as many as you probably want there to be at all.
Yeah,
elite ones anyway. What about what's his name? I don't know who Brentford playing, but Damsgaard for 50 quid. I think that improves things genuinely. I don't know who they play this week. There might be
West Ham.
Get him in.
And then Leicester. Yeah. Oh, that was the good run.
The run, yeah. So like, is that better than Gay? I'd argue, yeah. Or even Tavernier if he doesn't start. Like I think Damsgaard is probably the best mid out of those three the two that we put into those extra and mid positions.
But is that better than just using that money on in-season J League cards?
I would never tell anyone to buy in-season J League cards.
Your words, not mine.
Sorry.
All right, let's.
Because he has a decent base in Prem, Like I think just keep sort of doubling down or.
Any idea when these MLS prize pools are coming?
What day are we? 4th of Feb. Probably 25 days.
The fact that we don't even have the J League cards is kind of crazy to me.
And when's that start? Next week?
It's 10 days. It's like not this weekend, but the following weekend.
Wow. Yeah, I'm gonna say it's quite late or later than we think. I'm gonna say 2 weeks from like let's say today. Like not next week, sometime the week after that. Which would leave like 10 days until the MLS starts, basically.
I just got an offer. Somebody wants my Jordan Boss jersey mint.
Nice.
For a Jason Steele limited card.
I just don't know what realms people live in when they think that's going to work, No, that was very polite of you, then. I might have blocked that, honestly.
So, I to this day, I still have never blocked anyone.
No
but
way.
I don't like to say that I would never trade this card. I just don't like the one that they gave me.
Fair.
But maybe they have some good cards. Maybe I should have countered. So the problem is I don't want to counter because I'll lose some of the collection points.
Would you?
Well, yeah, because it's like it would have been listed for like the 90 days resets.
If you counter, does it?
Yeah, because it considers it as like an offer.
Huh. Even if he's not not listed or anything.
Yeah, so like if you I'm like embarrassed that I own this card, but anyway. Yeah, it was not listed or transferred, and I think it's considered listed if you send it in an offer. Yeah, I'm almost certain about that.
Wow. Okay.
And am I close? I guess I'm not that close to God, am I gonna have another Westerlo card to get this to 3%?
You have to get a Jungdal.
God, that Madsen card. What a
Jesse says the MLS starts 18 days from today. Is it that soon?
Wow.
22nd.
I thought it was the week after, honestly.
Oh, no, it is. It is. 22nd of the 2nd, yeah. It's Miami, New York City, yeah. Wow. Didn't think it was that soon.
We've got some CONCACAF Champions Cup games coming.
Exciting times.
All right. Tone T3 said, what would you do with my in-season classic La Liga cards competing in D1 and D2 in both? There was a follow-up here. In D1 and D2, but never close to a podium. Do I just suck at making lineups? That's always a dangerous question. We've got Lewandowski, so that doesn't help my case, at least. It's like a little Celta Vigo collection.
Yeah. Okay. Madrid.
But there's Jude. Wow, crafted.
Oh my god. And they say creators get luck.
It's well, you should. Don't you dare. Don't you dare.
Ceballos crafted.
Yeah. All right, there's a Griezmann.
Yeah, there's a couple of decent cards here. Like there's definitely a team or two.
Let's see if he's just bad at making lineups. Oops, La Liga Classic. I almost don't even want to look at Classic. Hold on. All right, in season, Herrera, Koundé, Bellingham, Baena, and Ringo.
I mean, some weeks players just don't get DAs. It happens, you know. Like you probably want that. You'd rather that than like two of them getting them because you probably wouldn't get anything anyway. Save them for the next week. Everyone gets a DA.
Somebody told me about that Luis Mia DNP.
Yeah, what happened with that?
Not a clue.
Yeah, a couple of good scores there as well. Well, it's goodish, but yeah, it didn't look like many people peaked this weekend. Madrid lost. Like Rafinha and Yamal scored okay. Like, no one actually scored that well. Like in the Liga.
You got Baena in a game that they win 5-1, and he's nowhere.
Nothing. Yeah, like that's just unlucky.
There's two big chances created.
Yeah, like you're just unlucky. Like, you know, that just happens.
I don't know much about Brian Gill, but it seems silly that he would be in this lineup. But like, I'm not sure who.
You couldn't really play anyone else because Lawan's classic. Well,
Ceballos, baby.
Oh, is that an extra? Yeah. Did he go double forward? Did he?
Oh no, you're right. Nope, you're right.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Yeah, you need to be.
I mean, he didn't have to play, couldn't they? For like, he could have played. I mean, Starfelt scored really well, but quite hard to maybe foresee that outside of couldn't. You know, like, is Koundé classic the play there? Probably not. But is Lawan even? I mean, Lawan was only 8 points better. You know, it's not that much different, is it? Like nobody scored above 80. It doesn't seem like here. So it's just one of those weeks where everyone scored bad, and unfortunately, you're in that everyone. Like you just weren't an outlier in a week where it was hard to be an outlier because there wasn't many good scores. You know,
right. So I know this is like blasphemous to bring up, but is the play to sell Jude and improve the quality elsewhere? For the record, I would not do that. I can't craft or win a Jude and be like, I'm going to sell this one. I still have to finish your video about your Yamal Super, although I did see PSU fans' response, which shockingly I disagreed with. But
I don't know. I just think, like, what does that do? Like, if you sold Jude, you bring in season, let's just call it Pedri. I don't know what the price difference is, but I'm sure he's a lot cheaper. It's just like, what can you do with that difference? Is it an in-season Rodrigo? Like, what changes? You know, that's what I'd be thinking. So I'm looking here. Pedri in season, cheapest is £300, or 3 something. Jude is what?
Let's even just call it 700.
Okay, so you've got like 300 and something pounds to play with, roughly. You know, Rodrigo in season's probably around that, maybe a bit. I don't know. Yeah, 300
for sale.
You know, so like the classic's cheap enough, £150. Like there's something to be done, I guess. But then you don't have not that you have Rodrigo anyway, but there's no like Pedri and Rodrigo aren't necessarily like linking up, which is fine.
Yeah.
You know, like it's not as if you got Rodrigo and Bellingham where that could happen. I don't know. I just think because in La Liga you are going to need a Bellingham because everyone else has Bellingham, you know, or like the big guns do, and then they have Rafinha, and then they have Yamal, and then they have Rodrigo, and then they have like this. There's like 8 stars, let's say, and if you've only got one, can you expect to be that competitive in La Liga specifically? It's just hard, man. It's hard.
Yeah,
because there's not that many other players in other teams that score well, like where you can forecast it, if that makes sense. You know, like Baena there should be scoring 100, really, shouldn't he? Like
who should?
He just does Baena. Like he's got 2. He should have 100 there, really, on paper. And you're probably very unlucky that he didn't. I I think you'd miss Jude more than like not selling him.
Yeah. I had to bring it up.
No, it's fair.
It's just like one of those, you like look through the other cards and you're like, oh, and Jude. Okay.
Yes, yeah, it's definitely a conversation, 100%.
Philly Dilly said they had a 1:00 meeting and got done in 7 minutes so I could get back to the stream. Highlight of the day.
Oh, I love that.
Love that. Love that. Everyone's guessing Thursday for the MLS card release, although because it's
This
18
Thursday?
days. But like, surely they don't do MLS with J and K League. Like they have to do J and K League first, surely, right?
You'd hope so, wouldn't you? But they might just bulk. Oh, I don't know. They might just smash them all out somehow, which would be weird. But
Philly Dilly said the sell Jude argument is how often is Jude going to go off and not the rest of the Madrid guys?
yeah,
Meaning,
not
like,
many
if you sell
times.
Jude and then you pick up Rodrigo and could you do Valverde? And
Probably could. Like if he has Ceballos. If he stays in the team, like obviously that's a really nice in-season mid to have.
It's like 250-ish for Valverde dollars plus Rodrigo. It's not as fun. Having Jude is really fun.
Jude is fun. You're like a Rodrigo away there from having like a really good team, I'd say. Someone in that realm.
Yeah.
Rafinha. Again, not easy to do, but you know. Yeah.
It's funny, Mark. I think Simo was here earlier.
Yeah, I thought I saw him in there.
The question was, do they have to be Sorare related questions? And I just wrote back anything you want, and then he didn't actually write anything. Anyway, we got just one from Twitter. So thanks everyone in the chat for doing this. From Mike Wagner. Like many managers, I'm trying to constantly evolve my gallery to keep up with the various changes. I seem to have landed between limited in-season and rare classic, currently playing both, but would my budget be better used next season just picking one?
Good question. The condensing question, basically.
Let's see what we got here. So we've got Champ.
Yeah.
And it looks like Prem in season limited.
Okay.
Versus classic Champ. Right? There are no.
Yeah.
In fact, I think all of the limiteds are. Oh, is it a United collection?
Look at that. More rares than limited there. 32, 39, I think it was. Okay, so it's a United stack, effectively, collection.
So 27 of the 32 limiteds are United cards.
Yeah. Ooh, yeah, tough one. Like, there's some decent Champ players there, isn't there? It's in rare, never mind.
Oh, for rare, sorry.
Oh, you're good. I was just thinking back to like what would I prefer to have? Like, would I rather juice up my Prem in season cards and limited, or would I rather, chop that arm off and go stronger in classic Champ? I don't play enough of classic Champ. Like I throw my end cards in there that I'm not really going to prioritize. So I can't say that I've really done much there this season to know like what's really required. But there's a good level of card there. I wouldn't say there isn't, but what's the easier route to victory? And by victory I mean it's cash in one and cards in the other. Like, is it the in-season Prem with those cards, or is it this? But you got to take into consideration if you sold all this, like how much are those rares costing, Led, of the, because you can do that on here. I'm sure you can go roster price and then you can click rares, can't you? I wonder what it's taking up more. I'm gonna guess it's the rares, but
a lot more.
Okay, so it's like 75% of it. I mean, $500 in limited goes far. Like, we do know that.
I guess the way that I'm thinking of it is next season you don't have to do anything with the classics. Like, you have them already. Like, you don't.
Fair.
Like, was the question actually to sell?
Currently playing both, but would be my budget. Oh yeah, use next season, just picking one. Yeah, you're right.
Like you only have to pick one because like these classics don't. It's not like they become dead. Like you just
Right.
keep playing classic champ if you want,
Yeah.
and then like I wouldn't. I just really struggle telling anybody that they should put more money into classic.
Yeah, I mean, the way the game's set up, it should on paper be more of an afterthought than it is like a priority for the most part. I know PSU might say differently on whatever, and I get it. There's certain instances where that might be true.
I
But I
think I
think
would
for the
feel differently if I had his gallery.
yeah, of course, yeah, for the general user, I think you're in you've got to encourage people to play in season because we just know there's less people playing, and that's where the cash is won, which is a flexible reward in that sense. So
Right.
yeah, but the issue is like, when do you like, if you were to sell them now, is he holding the $500 to wait for next season prem or next season whatever in season limited comp that is, like, or do you improve now and give yourself a chance maybe for the next 15 games, because you don't want to just like, not so much, not to say that the United stack's like on fire, but like, you don't want to like waste it for 15
Yeah.
games, do you? Like, if you have the budget to add to it, like, I think you'd be not stupid, but I think you do yourself a disservice not to. Maybe I think I dropped down personally. I think I dropped down into Prem Limited because, like you said, it is just hard to encourage people to like just prioritize Classic.
This is super unlucky. This is the D1 lineup at a red card. I don't even know who this guy is.
He's actually that kid's a good player. He plays for St. Pauli. He took a few sets and stuff last week. That's a really bad score considering I think he got like 25 AA last week. Like, yeah, just lots of possession lost and all those fun things. And a PC. Yeah, he's actually, he was kind of primed to have a decent week, it looked like. So that's really unlucky, that one. Really unlucky. Sigankov had like a BCC, sorry.
Yep. Ito was pretty disappointing.
Yeah, BCM, did he? I didn't even know.
6 assists, 21 penalty area entries.
He's gone cold recently with the A's. They've really dried up.
Really dried up, yeah.
The AA's still there.
Captaining him in my top lineup this weekend.
Yeah, I had them in a good lineup as well. Like, yeah, the AA floor is there. He's just, like you said, just not going to get those 90s with no DA.
Yeah. Yep.
Philly said, hold the 1100 for the in-season MLS. Well, not everyone wants to play MLS.
To this question here, Apple 22 said sold practically everything and have 1100, in the wallet. No idea what to play and miss having progression like Rare Pro. And that was the hold it for MLS in season.
I mean, yeah, if you like MLS, then it's probably the easiest thing to digest now in the game without knowing all the prize pools and stuff. But like the fact that it's like an island comp. But if you don't like the MLS, then it's hard. I think it's hard to say or to tell someone to do that.
Mm-hmm. Just he said you almost have to play half of a season if you don't plan on keeping them as a classic card. Buy early, get your ROI, then sell and buy into the next in season. I cycle between MLS and Prem. I mean, you are planning to cycle. Nobody's been able to cycle. We don't know what MLS looks like.
Right. Maybe there's a little balance waiting to go, but yeah, not easy to do.
Yeah.
Any other questions? How are we looking?
I think that's it.
Really?
I think I got through the chat. I was looking for Simo's question about the non-Sorare related question, but never came.
Yeah.
Who do you think we should change the MLS's back thing to now that Cucho's gone?
I mean, the staple's Messi, isn't it? Like, I think Messi probably deserves to be in there considering he's in the background.
Mm-hmm.
But then, do you want to go for somebody like a bit more indie, maybe like a Hartel or a Gold, or I don't know, like Messi's a bit too like mainstream, isn't he? For this,
Agreed.
Yeah, I don't know. Or is there someone else sneaky, like a Jack McGlynn, just moved to?
They're showing him like the old jersey,
or like a Jesus Ferreira gone to Seattle. Like I think there needs to be a bit of like MLS heritage in that player.
You want MLS heritage?
Yeah, I think
Rem's
so.
got it.
Brad
now.
I would never argue with that. Yeah, I think that's a great person to have at the front of it for sure.
Brian White.
Yeah, let's do it. Brian White and
Wagner.
Brad.
Wagner will at least guarantee that he goes.
Benteke's, yeah, don't mind it. Yeah. You can't do Puig. Cucho's gone.
I think we actually were going to use
no
Puig
way.
early, and then I was like, he's gonna miss like most of the season. It's not
Fair.
And then we went Cucho.
Yeah.
Rigamon said his classic back. I got second with 407 points in rare. That makes it sound like it's dead. Nobody's playing it more.
Yeah, what comp's that?
Carlos.
We just got another question on Twitter from fabmiz.eth. And it reads, would you sell the rare Harry Kane celebration edition that I won last week?
Yeah. But I also can't stand Harry Kane.
How much did they go
Are there like people who want a Harry Kane celebration card?
I think for some collection purposes, maybe, and things of that nature. How many did they actually get out in the end? Card edition.
What was the scarcity?
Oh, rare. Oh, yeah, rare. Yeah, I've got it here. There's only 3 from what I can see here.
I hate these neon Christmas show up as special edition because they're not. Here we go. Okay.
6 days ago.
I like how Nanzo hasn't opened. Has he really not? Hold on. Oh, okay.
Oh, he has. That's fine.
Nanzo, I'll fix that for you. So is it only 2? Oh, 3.
No, 3.
Oh, that's it. That's the one.
Yeah, that's him. I'm just looking at his gallery now. 206 rare cards. How many in season? 80 in season. Does he play champ in season? I think he does. Yeah, okay. So he has like, oh yeah, if sure you've got it. He's got Bayern boys. He's got Frankfurt boys. He's got Ter Stegen, which is a tough one.
428 points won this Kane.
Wow. In the Bundes as well. Yeah. Low scoring, I think, that week on it. He looks like he has a Mainz collection, a Gladbach collection, and that might be the only Bayern card I can see in his gallery.
When was this? 47, of course.
Yeah, he basically has a Mainz and a Gladbach rare in-season collection, but he won it in Classic.
Look at this lineup that won it. I've never heard of this guy in my entire life.
Yeah, I only know him because I have a sealed right now, but yeah, he's just a St. Pauli defender, I think. St. Pauli defender. That's a fun lineup to win it on, though. Like, to come out with a Kane there, that's awesome.
You know what's great is that 4 out of 5 players had a decisive, and Zentner, the goalie, is the only one over 80.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a stupidly low scoring week, isn't it, there? Seems like.
Man, that's crazy. I mean, I'm not like a Kane guy. I don't think owning a Harry Kane card is as cool as owning a Jude Bellingham card. So
fair. But for a Bundesliga player, would you change your opinion slightly? As far as forwards go now for him, he has like in-season Bundesliga forwards. It's Kane. Oh my, sorry, it isn't working for me.
It was a good lineup though. It's like Kane, Amiri, Max Arnold. Like they're
Amora's really good. The forward in season. Kane does obviously makes that lineup a lot better, but does selling a Kane like make the lineup better? If that,
right.
Could you buy a classic Kimmich or whatever, and then buy a whoever else forward that is in season in the Bundesliga? I don't know. The fact that you've got Amora as a really good scorer. I don't know what Wolfsburg's fixtures are coming up looking like, but like you still have decent scores there. But we just know Kane's on it, don't we? Most of the time. Wow, he hasn't. Okay, I didn't realize he had Musiala Classic. That's kind of fun. that makes me feel like I'd probably keep the Kane, you know,
and Verts.
and Verts. But let's
Oh, but you just
put
mean
moves
from
just from like keep them
where is
together.
Amiri? So you just have a terrible. I thought I saw in season Amiri.
Yeah, you definitely did. Oh,
Was
he's
he
like,
hurt?
yeah, he got hurt half time, I think, last game week.
That's killer.
Yeah.
Because this is.
I don't know how bad it is. He could be back, but yeah, this is
a
looking
fun
good.
lineup.
Really good. That Danny DaCosta's been scoring
Yeah.
well. Yeah. Really good lineup. Really, really good.
All right, keep it.
Yeah.
Fine.
You're on keep. Like, yeah, I think it's worth a keep. It's a celebration edition. It's a similar situation to my Yamal. Like it's hard to let go, you know.
It's not remotely close to the same. That's nice of you to say that. You're a really nice guy.
I mean, they're both celebration editions. I don't know what you want me to say.
Yeah. Do you think that there's a person on the planet who would rather, even if they were both rares, would take Kane over Yamal?
No.
Yeah. Don't even hedge on it.
Probably not.
We got one more from Mr. A. I think for the selection of players I've managed to get in my disposal this season, I feel like it's a crime to have not won nearly enough as I should have. Gallery name is Woolen if you want to take a peek. So let's peek. I'll just go right to the results.
Yeah.
Major NFT said Kane's mother would prefer Kane over, but I don't even think that's right.
No, I don't either.
Yeah. She's a big Barca fan, actually.
Yeah. Always wanted to be in a gang as well, I've heard.
Yeah. All right.
Krastev.
Wow. With Big Mike in cap 250.
Yeah.
So we've got some AZ, Briam. Oh, this is, wait a minute. Hold on. So it's funny. I did this too. I split Olai and Big Mike.
Yeah, that's tough.
So this was unlucky. Like the Buscagli and Negli ZN, like straight DNP. There are very good pieces here.
Yeah. It's kind of weird. Like you've got really good pieces, but weirdly, like none of outside of Brown there, like none of them have been like that amazing all season. Like they come from good teams, like with good pedigree. Outside of Buscagli, Veerman's been dead for most of this. You know, like they're bound to be good on a week, like in the next 15, let's say. Zorgan's been, relatively good as well for sure. But like we know Sparta haven't been great, like it's one of them where, yeah, like there's some unbelievable cards there, as we know, from good teams in Challenger. But weirdly, like even Twente haven't been that great, like defensively, and Feyenoord like haven't been good. Like it's a weird one where you've picked the good teams. Like at least you've got good pedigree. It's just like, can they kick on now for the rest of the season? I think.
Yeah, the funny thing about Barkas is that like Utrecht have been decent. Like aren't they fifth?
Yeah, they were like third, weren't they, for a while?
And he's been really bad.
Yeah,
like from a score. Yeah, they're third.
Still third. But you just know they concede 2 and they concede when they score 5. Same with go ahead a lot of the time. Like there's just goals in some leagues and
33 conceded and sitting in third. I feel like there's nobody even in that attack. But I was what popped into my mind was like you have Barkas, but you don't have El Korani.
Right.
Like why not just get him?
Fair.
Like Barkas. Well, actually, hold on. He said, "I think this next game week is the promised one for me." Let's see.
Yeah, it could be because AZ are at home, so you go like Minand, you go the same defender, maybe you probably go Barkas again. Like,
yeah,
you probably do the same roughly. Okay, you do have Alcron.
Oh, it's a classic.
Joey, probably Briam, isn't it? Has to be. And then Zorgan or Minans, basically. Good team.
Yeah, I think you're right. I think you're gonna win D2.
It's a really solid team, yeah.
Yeah.
Challenge is just weird though, man. Like there's a reason why these players are playing in Challenger, like for the most part, without being too disrespectful. Like, I know Buscagli's been immense and stuff, but there's only so many of those, like to go around score-wise, and it's just really hard to forecast certain teams conceding 3 when they score 5, and it just kills your goalie. And it's tough.
It's really tough. This one snuck in here. NGA 1605. What should I do with my gallery for the summer? Let's find out. Big Jonas.
Nice.
He has maybe one game left.
Yeah. Do you even have summer cards realistically outside of?
It feels like a lot of random cards.
Yeah, bits of Contender, bits of.
That's what I mean. I just want to see when this was bought. December, maybe before they had those like midweeks he was always playing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, lots of random. A bit of Rosenberg.
Hold on. I mean, the summer is either MLS or Contender, right?
Yeah.
And this is the Contender. There's a Vonnetzek.
I reckon, without him explaining himself, maybe he can in the comments, but I reckon he's more like, this is my gallery, what happens in summer type of thing, not so much what cards are being played there. I don't know.
Yeah, there's a little Norway here.
Yeah, a little bit, but
I don't know if those, Norway is going to be All-Star, right? Or no, I guess J League and K League will be open. So yeah, Contender will be open.
He says what to sell. Yeah. I mean, a lot of those cards are going to turn class. There's not going to be much in a lot of those cards for people to want to buy into, really talking about the in-season ones anyway. For I'm getting ready for next season. So I'm going to buy this, this was in-season Bundesliga Kaiserslautern card. I just don't know if, like you said, I just don't know where the market is for stuff like that, really.
I mean, it's just Rosenberg if you want to play Norway. They don't have anyone else.
Yeah.
And I'm not sure selling all of them gets you far enough to rebuy for the in-season.
Yeah, probably not, honestly.
When do they start? April? I think it's something like that.
Yeah.
I don't know if we have the schedule in yet. Yeah. We do. Game week 66, so 5 weeks-ish. That's much earlier than April.
Yeah, it's not too far away.
So are you basically asking what to sell in order to get there?
I think so.
With the 200 pounds from the rares I have, I would sell. So it's really just those top cards are the rares. I would.
So if he sells them, he would get 200. Is that what we're saying?
Yeah. That doesn't get to two. Well, I guess it gets to 200 with Vonnetzek, maybe. I don't know if it does. It definitely doesn't.
Right.
But these seem unnecessary. I'll put it that way.
Yeah, they're good quality of card, but they just need. I don't know. There's a team there on a given week, I think. But you're just asking for, you're just asking for those 5 cards out of 3,000 cards to play well on that week. It can happen, but it's not if you got much depth or choice.
That's who it is. Hanover.
Yeah, I think they popped last week or the week before. I can't remember. It was that 1-0 away maybe to. I can't remember. It was a couple of good scores. Helsingborg 84, 80 striker goalie. Leopold probably let you down there maybe with the 55.
What game week was that? It was 30-45. Let's see. Did we make any money? All right. 10th and D4. Same lineup. So it's basically this lineup every week.
Right.
Basically.
Yeah. It might hit once or twice a year, but have you captained the right guy? You're just playing with fire, aren't you? Because you just literally have 5 cards, basically.
Yeah. I just don't see it going as far. I'd rather play limited, to be honest.
Yeah, more choice.
Right.
3 lineups. Give yourself probably a bit more fun in theory as well. Like, I think I would do that, honestly.
Same. And play MLS. That's the theme of today.
Everyone's on the MLS train.
All right. I think that's all we got. I think we made it. Let me just double check on X. Yeah. All right. Cool. I didn't think, should I sell now or go to J League? Or I would stick with, you seem to know Norway. Like you have the cards.
Yeah, if you know Norway.
I feel like J League should be for those who really know the J League.
Yeah, there is definitely a knowledge gap there, isn't there?
Yeah. That's how it feels. It feels. All right. Thank you, everybody, for joining. If you could please like, subscribe, all that good stuff. Shout out to Quinny. Limited time only tomorrow. I think that's right. Spoiler alert. I didn't get promoted. Lost out. Just killer. But we roll on. So we'll talk about that tomorrow. And Thursday will be a later show due to a massive time zone difference by whoever is going to be joining me. So come back for that. Anyway, thank you, everybody. And don't forget to go outside.